Hey guys and gals, this is Travis Sowers here recording for SeemsGoodMagic, and we are jumping into a battle for Zendikar 8-4. I think this is draft number 5 or 6 for me. So I've lost in the finals, I've lost in round 1, I've lost in round 2. I don't really know the format yet, but I'm certainly enjoying it so far. So here in pack number 1, what do we have available? Well, we've got some cards I'm interested in. I'm probably going to take Noyan Dar, because this seems like a really powerful effect if you can resolve this card. It is 2 colors, so I'm a little nervous about that. But our 1 color option would be Complete Disregard, which is pretty good. I mean, it exiles a thing. Sometimes you just need something dead, and this does the job as long as it's a little thing. We could also consider the Cutthroat, as I've thought that the white-black life gain deck is a real thing. I've been destroyed by it, but not been able to play it myself yet. But I think this early in the format, you just take the cool rare and see if you can kind of do something with it. We could conceivably splash either side of it. So I'd kind of like to focus on either white cards or blue cards going from here, but this could be a heck of a lot of fun. Like, gives you a free giant growth that stays on your awakened cards and makes anything else really good. Like, we don't have to draft the Noyan Dar deck, but perhaps we can draft a deck with him in mind. Alright, so what have we got coming up here? Well, we've got a little bit of sadness deep within our souls for not taking that first Complete Disregard, because there's another one here, and that would certainly be good. And again, we could play, it does play well with Noyan if we want to do like some Esper shenanigans. There's also a Coral Helm Guide, which I think I like. I mean, that does let you kill them. Remember Emphan Cutthroat? Was that the name of the card back in one of the M sets? But I think generally speaking, for the first few picks, you should take like the most powerful card and then move along. So I think I'm going to take the Complete Disregard here. If we end up not playing it, that's fine. If we end up splashing Noyan, that's fine. And we could end up not playing either one of these. Who knows? We could be white-red aggro in just a minute or two. That said, we're probably going to be black, because I'm seeing some good black options here. I have enjoyed the Cloud Manta. Like, it seems like this card would be bad because it has no synergy, but it'll just kill him fast. But Grip of Desolation is cool. It mana screws your opponent, it destroys a creature, it exiles a creature and a land. And look at that art. Hulk Smash. Yeah, plus it's instant. There's not a lot of stuff that's instant. There's also Daemon's Grasp or Demon's Grasp, whatevs, here, which we're pretty interested in. So it looks like we're getting decent black cards, so we should probably take those and then kind of see what comes along. Adverse Conditions is a card that I like. That does a thing. I like Stone Fury. I like Smite the Monstrous. I like Pilgrim's Eye quite a bit, as if we do end up blue-white, or excuse me, black-blue or black-white, this would let us splash the other colors. I'm trying to decide if I like the Sharpshooter enough to just grab it here over the Pilgrim's Eye. I don't think that I do. Like, I'm probably going to play either one, right? And this is pretty good on a stalled board state, but this opens me up for potential to splash. And I think Adverse Conditions is just good. Like, it's Frost Breath and you get a dude. Probably better off, since I know I'm black, sticking with the black card. Although this is kind of a tough pick for me. I would not hate anybody for taking the Pilgrim's Eye or the Adverse Conditions, or maybe even the Guide. But I'm going to take the Sharpshooter. I've just seen that kind of be able to destroy things. And I do like destroying things. So yeah, we have cards that don't do a whole lot. So we've got this guy. If you're able to process, then you get a giant thing. If you're not, you kind of can't. Now this deck is probably going to be able to do something like that, but it's not super rampy yet, which makes me kind of wonder, what? Like, I don't want this guy. He kind of sucks. Grave Birthing's kind of bad. The other option would be, okay, we're black, but we could just take a Broodhunter Worm. It's probably just going to be filler, regardless of what the deck is. 6 mana for 5/5 is kind of weak. Even if you make it big, it's kind of just okay. I think I'm just going to take it, though, because it's the most likely thing to play out of here. But we'll kind of see where we go from there. Now I'm feeling a little better about being blue? Because Coastal Discovery looks pretty awesome. I think we would like that. It's also a Lithomancer's Focus if we wanted to get like a little more aggressive, but I'm not convinced that we do. Like we've already got one thing to trigger Homeboy here. This gives us another. It draws cards. It draws cards! So I think we're pretty interested in that. It's also another 6-drop, but hey, that is what one does. Okay, so now we're starting to get some action, and it looks like our colors are about where we want them to be. I'm actually going to take the Sludge Crawler here. I found that this is actually a pretty good card to get ingesting with. Also, if you get kind of flooded, it does a thing, because you can at least ping damage. So I'd rather take the enablers before I take the payoffs. Like we've got one here. It's kind of a crappy one, but I'd like Merc Striders and Ruin Processors, but if we can get Sludge Crawlers to turn them on first, that's great. We want some of those benthic whatchamacallits. They would be pretty good. So we've got an option here for a Blighted Fin as perhaps another finisher, or like an 18th land. That's what I'm thinking. We could pick up the Ruin Processor, which I think I want, but as a common, I'll probably see that again if I want it. There's a Rush of Ice, which plays relatively nice with Noyan if we play him. But one of the advantages of taking the Fin here is we don't have to pick any of these. It's also Mortuary Mire, but I think I like the Fin better. Yeah, I think I'm going to grab that and stick it over here in the board, as I think that's just a free auto-include here. From this pack, we're going to take the Snapping Gnarlid, as it's the best card there, and it's still possible that we end up like a black-green sacrifice shenanigans. It's a Plume, but I think I'll take the Coral Helm Guide. Like, we don't really have anything that we want to make unblockable yet, but imagine we get this thing going. It's also a 2-2, or a 2-1, a Piker. A Piker! These cards kind of suck. There's a possibility I want to side in a Royal Mage's Trick if we're doing the splashy shenanigans. Still not entirely convinced that we are. This guy kind of stinks, but I guess it's playable. I'm going to stick it in the sideboard for now. Like, it gaining Death Touch isn't a big deal. I'd have to have other allies to trigger. But our deck could change dramatically between now and construction, and we might want something like this. I think Swarm Surge is playable. It is a way to get some ingesting going. Just don't think it's what we want. I'll take the focus again, just because we could easily end up more white. But I think we're pretty firmly in the black camp for now. All right, so our next card has some interesting questions for us to ask. I think it comes down to, do we want to move in on the Catacomb Sifter? Do we want to just accept that we're going to play a 3-color deck and take this Exert Influence? Because this looks a little bonkers to me. I think since we've already got incentives to be blue, it probably makes more sense to take this Exert Influence, splash for Noyan, and run 18 lands with some fixin'. So we're going to have to value a Evolving Wilds pretty highly, should we see one. But I think this is just like a kind of a blowout. It's a control magic for something with 3 power. I can get behind that. So that probably puts us out of green and probably puts us out of like low-B white spells, but we could play some of the others. Now there's a Sunken Hollow. Like, it's still early in the format, and this is worth a little bit of moolah, so that's a reason to take it. Another is we need it to like be able to splash our Exert Influence and fix our manas. There's also a Sky Spawner here, which I like that card quite a bit and would like to have in my deck, but the fact that we're going to play this and it's worth a tick or two means we're just gonna takes it. We takes it. I wouldn't mind having a Bone Splinters in this deck either, but I'm not going to pick it that highly. I think that's just a freebie grab the land. Yeah. So we can get us a Sky Spawner here, or we can get us a Scatter to the Winds, which is pretty dang good. We can get us an Ulamog's Nullifier. This is just all the good cards. Nullifier has a lot of hotness going for it. Like, it has to be enabled, But the fact that it's just a 2/3 flyer is fine by itself. I'm very interested in that. I'm not as interested in the Scatter to the Winds. I generally don't like counterspells in limited, even if they're ones that do something really cool. This pack has a lot of cool stuff for us. Like, we'd even play this incubator drone probably pretty happily. I think I'm gonna try the nullifier here and see if we can find a way to get it going. Because if we can, that's a pretty big thing for us. If we can't, we'll kind of live with it. Wind Rider Patrol, isn't this kind of busted? Didn't I think this was busted? It's a 4/3 flyer for 5. Okay, so we've got all the finishers we need now. I would like this enabler, but I'm not passing a Wind Rider Patrol for it. This guy's just absurd. So got all the 5 drops we need. Need to kind of get some 2s and 3s so that we don't get run over. And I really would like that infiltrator, but not over this. No way. Clash of Currents is probably pretty good for us. Will's Retribution is good, but not what we're after. There's some good stuff here. What does this do? Yeah, that's not really something I'm into. So we'll take this because we really need more 5 drops. Except not at all. We do need to get into Evolving Wilds at some point. There's an Anticipate, which gives us something to do early. There's also a Dominator Drone, which just randomly is a 3-drop. Like, that's a thing. It also can ingest if it hits them. I mean, it can. I think I'd rather have a dude. Because, like, we're not super excited about this Swarm Surge. Retreat to Coral Helm, I'm not convinced that I like. I have thought that I might play a Slab Hammer if I had enough flyers, but I don't believe that this deck actually does. Rush of Ice is usually something I want going on in a tempo deck because I don't want 5 mana 3/3s. I could see taking the Mortuary Mire. I could see hacking an Eyeless Watcher. This would be a good pack to get a Evolving Wilds out of, but it may not be happening. I think we still play this Exert Influence in a 2-color deck, though. I think I'm just going to grab the Mortuary Mire here, as there's a pretty good chance we would play that as well. This is not what we want. Tightening Coils looks pretty good, but so does Dampening Pulse. Like, this card seems like it could be quite absurd. I think we're going to try that out. I don't think we're really interested in this guy. We're not doing that much attacking. So let's check the pulse here. Well, some good stuff here, but I think we're going to take another Coral Helm Guide with the idea that we'll just trade it off against early Dirtles. Early aggression. You know what I mean. There's a Bone Splinters. I said I wouldn't hate having one of those. I don't think I would, because again, sometimes you just got to kill a thing. We don't have a lot of ways to make the little Scion guys. And by we don't have a lot of ways, I mean we have none at all. Other than this. Where is it? The Swarm Surge? But I think we still take it. I don't know if we play it. We might. There's a Ruin Processor. I think I like that better than the Despoiler. Because, like, the Fail case is just a little better. And the Win case is just way better. Like, it stabilizes you and gives you a 7/8. There's not a colossal difference between a 9/9 and a 7/8. But this one's just better if it doesn't work. Hello, Dutch. What are we most scared of here? Probably this Vestige of Emrakul. We'll hack that. Who's a handsome fat kitty? That's right, you are. Alright. So I'd just like to kind of firm up the early game a little more and get... I think I can probably get away with one Evolving Wilds, but we could always open a Hollowed Fountain Expedition. That would be great. Is there a world in which I want to Mire's Malice? There might be if it's a super grindy matchup. So I'll take it. I don't think there's a high likelihood of us playing this, but it could happen. I've played Mind Rot in plenty of formats, and it's been good. It's good. Oh, the Great Horn's a playable card. We'll hack it. Cascade we could even conceivably play. I think the deck's slow enough that we might. I don't know that I can afford a colorless land if I'm really planning on splashing, and we've got some incentive to do so, but I could always just cut this guy if it doesn't come together and move along with my life. Alright, so what does this do? It's 5 mana for a 3/3. You get 2 of them, and you can sack 1 to kill things. That thing is absurd. Wow, that looks good. There's also a Hedron Archive, which would probably be good for us. We could use the mana and the stuff that we get with it. There's a Cutthroat. Callistra Healer would trigger with our other Coral Helm Guides, as well as Noyan if we play him. Like, the life gain's relevant, it blocks things. I don't think we're really set up to take full advantage of the Cutthroat. I may just want to grab this Hedron Archive since we are looking to cast a lot of stuff that costs more mana. But this guy really looks absurd. I mean, the other option would be to take this and see if we can get fixing that leads us towards green. Because if we do, that's pretty bonkers. This guy's just instants and sorceries, right? Yeah. I think I'm going to go with the Hedron Archive, but it's close. It's close. Oh, that one hurt a little bit. Alright, so moving along. We're still alive. Not dead yet. So without the life gain shenanigans, I don't think this guy really does much for us. I think the Skimmer's probably pretty good. It's a evasive threat. It blocks things. It does things and stuff. And generally speaking, we would like things and stuff to be done. Breaker of Armies is a great finisher if you're going for rampy shenanigans, but with only 1 real ramp card, I don't think that's what we want to do. Let's just fill out our creature curve a little more. Hollowmere Tidecaller. Now, what do you do? Flying Devoid. Oh, wow, you look interesting. I would like to play this card, but I think the Tidecaller might just be better for us. We've already got shenanigans. I have to get an Evolving Wilds if we're going to be able to play this guy. But even if we're not, we've picked up some Awaken spells already with the Discovery, the Clutch. Like, that could be particularly relevant. Just being able to get one of these back is fine. We can fire one off early and we can prioritize another. There's also, again, the Healer, which would give us some 2-drops. But I think I'm going to go for this Tidecaller. That seems good. It's also a wizard. Because, you know, wizards. Carrier Thrall seems good, but probably not better than Complete Disregard. I don't know how we're getting the white in the deck. I thought somebody would send us an Evolving Wilds, but these people. We're getting close to having a finished deck here. Oh gosh, there's another one, but I think we're just going to happily grab this Sludge Crawler. It gives us another opportunity to ingest. We've got some removal going on already, but we'd really like to be able to use this Nullifier to do a thing. Flash it in, counter a spell. That's good. And we've got decent removal already with 2 disregards and the grip. I just need 1 Evolving Wilds. Come on, dealer, 1 time. That's not an Evolving Wilds. It's another Bone Splinters. I don't really think I want 2. Gosh, I kind of don't want any of this stuff. I guess I take the other Bone Splinters and put it in the board in case we decide we want it later. It's starting to look like we're not going to get to play our buddy here. I just assumed we'd see a thing eventually, and we just didn't. Somebody's going nuts. All right, let's grab a Dispel. Which spell? Dispel. I think I like the Anticipate for this deck. Again, I may still try to cram this guy in here. I am just that greedy. So all of the stuff from our colors wield. The only real way we're like exiling stuff is with these Sludge Crawlers, so I don't think we can really ever depend on any of this working. I'm not sure that Tightening Coils really gives us a way to win, though. So I think I'd rather just take the Demon's Grasp and maybe consider some cuts from there. Like, I don't think we're playing the Swarm Surge at this point. I certainly don't want another one. I don't think we're going over 18 lands, so I'm just going to hack a Gift. That card's a bit playable. We'll keep packing the white cards. Yeah, well, there may be a grindy matchup I want to do to full return in. Should take playables when you have the opportunity to take them. Because I'm more scared of war paint. Screw it. Full art lands for value. Alright, so the real question of the day is we've got to cut probably one card from this deck. And is it going to be Noyan? Because the power is certainly there. But we'd have to cram 3 planes in the deck to realistically be able to play this. Like, Anticipate maybe counts as half a planes. And the Exert Influence isn't super great unless we're playing one, right? Like, if we cut Noyan, we get to play the Blighted Fin. I don't think if we keep him in here that we can afford to do that. I don't think it's ridiculous to play the Ruin Processor just so we have something big to play. But again, I don't know what I'm doing. It's very early in the format. Seems like this guy's going to be pretty good. What do we have to go with it? A Clutch, Bone Splinters, Anticipate, 2 complete disregards, the Discovery, the Exert Influence. I could do the old Christopher Woodall mana base and just toss 2 planes in here. I wouldn't hate that. I think if we're going to cut something, maybe we just cut the Demon's Grasp, run 2 planes, and cross our fingers. Because we've got Anticipate to help get us there a little further. It's okay to get this late, and we've got the Coastal Discovery as well as the Hadron Archive, and we don't need this until turn 5. I'm going to give it a try in the main deck, and if we're playing against somebody that's like super aggro, we'll cut it from there. I think that means I probably want to play the Mire, but not necessarily the Cascade. So let's see where we go from here. I think I'm going to go with 2 planes instead of 1. And this would give me 7, 8, 7, 8, 9. Which do I want more? I kind of want to hit those Sludge Crawlers on 1. But I don't have any double black until super late. Yeah, it's probably better this way. This give me 6, 7, 8 black, 8, 9, 9, 8, 2. Oh, that's a greedy mana base, but Greedy Travis is greedy. That's what we do. All right, I'm going to load this one up, and I'll see you guys for round 1 in just a minute. Thanks for tuning in.